Hello, my name is Dylan, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit about how stage fright has affected me, as well as 3 strategies that I think have helped me and will help me when I'm giving speeches. The most nervous I have ever been to give a speech was when I was introducing myself in front of my English class in freshman year of high school, coming right off of quarantine. I had hardly spoken to anybody in a year, and I was so nervous. I was really feeling the flight part of fight or flight. However, I couldn't run, so what I did was I tried to shrink myself down behind that podium and avoid all eye contact with people in the audience. Also, when I get super anxious, it usually goes straight to my legs. I'm one of those people who, if I'm sitting in a chair, my legs are bouncing around like crazy. So it must have been pretty wild for the people in the audience to see me shaking around and bouncing while trying to stay as small as possible behind the podium. And then I had to actually give my speech. It was really bad. However, since then, I've learned a lot about presenting in front of an audience. My most recent speech was almost the exact same circumstances as my other one. I was introducing myself in front of a class. However, I was much less nervous. The single most beneficial strategy I implemented was practicing. Practice is key. Whether you're practicing alone in your room or in front of a test audience, it always helps. When I practiced, it helped me know if I was captivating my audience's attention, whether my points were getting across to them, and it even helped me know if my jokes were going to land. Knowing exactly what to say and how different parts of my speech were going to affect my audience helped me a lot and gave me a huge boost of confidence. A tip that I think will be very helpful is giving myself some room to walk around. Instead of bouncing when I feel anxious, give myself the room to take a couple steps in one way and then walk back as I'm giving my speech. Feels a lot more natural and will be a lot less distracting for the audience. Additionally, to cool my nerves, it might be helpful to bring a cold glass of water with me. And finally, something that helped me a lot was making eye contact with the people in my audience. In my most recent speech, although it felt really good, there were a couple of times where I felt nervous. But every time I did that, I just had to look at one person in the audience, and the truth is, audiences will almost always be supportive and kind, and you will see someone smiling back at you. In conclusion, when I practice my speeches, make eye contact with the audience, and use various measures to reduce my anxiety, the differences in my speeches have been night and day. I found these strategies to be very helpful, and I hope that you will too.